So we are back at the brand episode of the Stingers franchise mode here in NBA 2K17. In the last episode was a similar season of the Stingers franchise, and last season was their first successful season back with the new series at the helm. So last season we went and actually won the NBA championship once again as a unit, and finally, I believe we had like 15 or 16 NBA titles in our entire franchise, so it's pretty incredible to see that. But one man who basically went and saved us last season was Kobe Wilkins. Kobe Wilkins, he's beginning to become basically one of the best stars in the NBA overall wise, because he's like 95 overall. He's pretty good right now, and the fact that he's turning our team to a much successful unit, more better unit than years past. So Wilkins, and one man in particular is on here too, is Kyle Brady. Brady, 88 overall. He's taking over from Archie Wells, and basically the only reason why Brady's successful is the fact that Archie Wells was injured last season, and now he got the opportunity to step up last season, get some overall growth, and now he's 88 overall compared to Archie Wells 85 on the bench. So Archie Wells almost wasting his potential at this point. So Archie Wells does not deserve to be a bench player in the NBA. He's gonna be a starter somewhere. So basically, almost watch for a trade that's gonna happen, because it is bound to happen anyway. So watch for that one later. But so now it's 16-1 on the season, 18-1. Now 19 wins in a row, 20 wins in a row. A 20 win streak is pretty good to have in a season. But we lose against the Bulls after winning against them like a 33-point win in the last matchup. So you lose that game. Maybe you're taking some L's a lot though. I don't know how we're taking L's, but I checked. Spinal cord injury, 4 to 6 months. Cody Kerr is out for a long time. So Cody Kerr, it's sad to see him out for such a long time, but we have players to step up though. We have a lot of these young players that can step up and help this team to get some W's. So at this point, 38-12, not the greatest record though. I want to finish at least with like basically a single-digit win-loss record kind of thing. So the single-digit when it comes to losses. But when it comes to MVP, we have Kobe Wilkins in 5th, and same as Tyler Weaver at 1st for MVP, though he's killing it. Lamont Bailey is 6th man of the year, and Craig Lawson number 1 in DPOY right now at this point in the season. So that's pretty good, I guess. But right, check out our All-Stars this season right now. You have Gar Snow, Craig Lawson, and Kobe Wilkins, 3 All-Stars here this season for the Stingers. Finally, we have 3 All-Stars. Usually we only have 1 in Craig Lawson. So finally 3 All-Stars. Gar Snow finally gets an All-Star nod. Cody Wilkins, dunk contest participation there, and Gar Snow 3-point contest once again. So obviously both of them have won it. I believe it might have been 2 years ago they won it, but last year Cody Wilkins, he's won the dunk contest 2 years in a row now, maybe his 3rd time this year. But Atkins is on the leads team. We go and re-sign Gar Snow to a 3-year deal. We go and re-sign Cody Kerr on here to a 3-year deal, so we got Cody Kerr back. And one man we get back though, surprisingly against the cap though, with negative 100 million in cap room, is Archie Wells. Archie Wells back, but doesn't mean he's gonna be back next season though, as Cody Wilkins and Gar Snow win the respective contests there in the All-Star weekend. So finally we get both winners once again. 2 years ago that happened. This year happens once again. So 3-time winner of the dunk contest is Cody Wilkins. So heading into the last half of the season though, 44-14, we gotta go and take some W's here to stay atop of the conference. But right now the Bulls are in 2nd place in the conference. We both clinch right there, as we gotta stay in top though. I want to stay number 1 in the NBA for wins for like I don't know how many times in a row, but we finish off 64-18 record. Tyler Weaver MVP for I believe the 5th time in a row. I can't really remember, but Tyler Weaver killing at this point. 41.6 points per game is pretty low for him on the season. But Jordan Henderson Rookie of the Year, DPOY winner. Craig Lawson gets the DPOY once again. So Craig Lawson didn't win last year, wins it this year. But Coach of the Year Michael Goodrich over Andre Drummond's 64-win Stingers. So come on, give Andre Drummond some respect here. He's putting together a great unit, and he should have won it easily. But when it comes to our all teams, if Tyler Weaver, we do have on the 2nd team, we have Jordan Henderson, the rookie, and Craig Lawson on the 2nd team there. LNBA 3rd team, no Gar Snow. 1st defensive team, we have Craig Lawson and Tyler Weaver. 2nd defensive team, we have Jordan Henderson, and no Gar Snow on there. And we're all rookie 2nd team, and 1st team, we have nobody on there too. So when it comes to our playoff matchups though, we do are facing off against Charlotte in the 1st round. But we take a look at our season, as our stats are not too bad though, I guess. We had a great overall season when it comes to stats. Only problem is though, is our 2nd best defender on our team, Cody Kerr, out for most of the season. Only played about 20 games in the entire season, which is pretty bad to see that. But obviously that's the biggest negative of the season so far. But we take a look at our season when it comes to points. We do have a few great performances though, like do you have Gar Snow playing well, Archie Wells played pretty well, Cody Wilkins obviously dominated, but Gar Snow triple-double in that game, 18, 12, and 12, and Craig Lawson triple-double there, 10 steals, 24 rebounds, 20 points in that game. Just killed it in that one game in the season. But racing off against the 41-41 Charlotte Hornets, they do have the advantage though at this point. Eric Walton and Cody Kerr both out with injuries. and that's not good for us at all, though. Both our power forwards out is not a good idea, as game 1 to game 1, 140-99, 41 point win for us, as we had a great overall game in stats. Second game, we take game 2 to go up 2-0 here in the series. Gar Snow triple-double in that game, 20-11-11. I'm loving those good performances out of Gar Snow. 30 points out of Cody Wilkins. Now, game 3 of the series, we take game 3 to go up 3-0 here in this series. As we had a pretty good game, though. Obviously, Wilkins, 31 points in 19 minutes is pretty impressive, as the rest of the team played well. Brady, 18 points in that one, too. But game 4, looking to go and sweep the Charlotte Hornets. Again, as 141-130 win, we sweep the Charlotte Hornets and move on to the semifinals once again. So I believe you swept the first round opponent in almost every single series in like the past 15 episodes. Just pretty incredible to see that. But our next opponent, though, in the playoffs is going to be the Miami Heat over the Chicago Bulls, as they beat the Chicago in 7 games. So thank God they don't face off against Chicago, because we would have easily lost against them just based on our team is cursed against those Bulls. But the Heat, they're all not that bad, too. They're a decent team, I guess, overall-wise. But Cuddy Kerr both are same out that spinal injury. As game 1, we take game 1, now 1-0 series lead for us. As Gar Snow, 31 points now, and great performance out of that one. As game 2, we take game 2 to go up to anything in this series. As Lawson, 24-25. That's pretty good when you have more rebounds and points in a game, and you're the leader on your team at points. But Norman at 37 in that game for the Heat. Game 3, we take game 3 to go 3-0 in this series, as Chavez, coming off the bench, 27-10. Great performance at Ricardo Chavez, though. Pretty unexpected at this point. But our shooting guard, 17 rebounds, and that one out of Gar Snow, almost triple-double. 1 assist away from a triple-double, in fact. But game 4, looking at how we sweep Miami, we do 140-114 final. We see back-to-back opponents move on to the ECF. So 2 straight easy series, though. 8 wins, 0 losses so far in the playoffs. Not too shabby, I guess. We've seen the playoff series, though. We are facing off against the Boston Celtics here in the ECF. So Boston, they have Theus, Baxter, Valentine, Randolph. A great team, though. Like, their team is very good compared to most NBA teams in this time, as most NBA teams have no clue how to build a franchise. But the Celtics having a great overall time building their franchise. We take game 1 here to go 1-0 here in this series, as lost in 30-18 in that game. A great overall performance, a 132-115 win for us now in game 2 of the ECF. We take that one to go up to 2-0 here in this series. We won both games so far in Cincinnati, as Kerr, 12 points. First game back from the spinal injury in I don't know how many weeks. Must have been like it's 6 months, so it's a long time, though. As now heading to game 3, they take this one to make it a 2-1 series lead, our first loss of the postseason. As Wilkins, 52 points in that one, still not enough to go and beat those Boston Celtics, as their shooting just wasn't that good. Kerr had 17 in that one, but now 3-1 series lead. After game 4, we take that one. As Brady, 23 points, 10 assists in that one. As Snow had only 8 points in that game, even though he got the W. But game 5 of the playoffs, they take this one 129-128 final, 1 point win for them, as well as a 38 points now in a great game at Archie Wells in that game, which is pretty surprising because Archie Wells playing with only limited minutes on the season. But now heading into game 6 of our ECF, we take this one 133-96 final, moving on to the NBA Finals here for, I believe, the 2nd year in a row. So, great overall game here, I guess, as hopefully we're not facing off against Kansas, though, in the finals, because Kansas is a tough player to go, or a tough team to go and face in the finals. 3-2 so far for Minnesota here. They came back from 3-1 last year, but they did not come back, as Minnesota takes that one in 6 games. So, I mean, they must have beat him due to House, though. House, he's the first overall pick 2 years ago, or even last year, I believe. But Frank Hopkins, it's sad to see him not in the finals once again, because Frank Hopkins, amazing player in this franchise mode. But Timberwolves, they're not to be taken lightly, though. They have a decent overall team, a lot of depth on their team. Just pretty surprising, though, considering how much depth NBA teams have in this franchise mode. But our team, when it does come to overalls-wise, we demolish them almost in every single category, except rebounding when it comes to regular season. So, now heading into game 1 of the NBA Finals here, trying to take this one, we do 133-101 final here in Cincinnati. We go up 1-0 here in the finals. So, Gar Snow, 25 points, 14 boards on that one. Pretty impressive for a shooting guard, as he had a great overall performance there, shooting the ball and defending them. Only 18 points to their high for their team, which is pretty impressive. But game 2 of the finals, still in Cincinnati, we take this one 135-118 final, and up 2-0 here in this series now, as Wilkins, 30 points down, but Gar Snow out 1 to 2 weeks. The twisted left ankle, 15 minutes in that, 38 minutes in that one, only 15 points. So hopefully Gar Snow could basically play through that, because we screwed without him, as House, 35 points in that one. Great showing in that game for the Timberwolves. But game 3 of the finals here, heading to game 3. We gotta take this first game in Minnesota here if we want to get a stranglehold lead in this series. We do 160-131 final. Pretty crushing defeat there, as well. 36 points, 14 assists in that one. And Wilkins, 33 points in that one. And Gar Snow, even with the injury, though, 27 points, 9 rebounds, 6 assists. The twisted left ankle in that game. So, he had a great performance, so 4 for 6 from the 3-point line here, as House, 29 points in that one. not too bad. But heading to game 4 here, possibly the last game of the series. We're in Minnesota. Let's go and take this one and win another finals.
Exactly what the D was going to throw at him on that possession.
Here's Snow. Six to shoot. Lets it fly from 18. And he comes up with the deuce. And that's a double-double for him now. 10 points and 13 rebounds. And they've done it, the new NBA champions. What a moment it is right now to see the team who played so well together enjoying, Clark, this NBA championship moment.
Well, Kevin, it's awesome to be here to witness what happened tonight.
And seeing this team come together over the course of the season and on into the playoffs, what a joy. I mean, there is no better champion the league could have asked for.
And a pleasure here at 2K Sports to be with you all season long. Good night, everyone.
So you see the Timberwolves here and win another NBA championship here in our franchise. So the Stingers champs once again here as Cody Wilkins gets your finals MVP. Garth Snow had it last year, so I guess adding a little bit of diversity here into this finals MVP category. But in that series though, in the entire playoff run, we only lost 2 games. It's pretty incredible, I guess. But it looks like Greg Lawson gets his 8th overall NBA title here of his career. It's pretty impressive though for our team as we win so many titles in our franchise. But retirees though, barely anybody good really retired except Will Norman though. Will Norman, 4-time All-Star, 4-time second-team All-NBA, I believe. As Will Norman, though, he is loyal, though. 18 years, all in Philly. I gotta love that out of a player, though. You gotta love that. But rule changes, though, we do have implemented a possession rule, and our team has a lesser chance of obtaining the top 3 picks. So, not too bad, I guess. There are 4 rule changes. I really don't like the tanking kind of style, but the Pelicans win the first overall pick here. Second is Magic, third is the Kings in the draft order. But when it comes to our staff, though, we do get back Andre Drummond and Blake Griffin there. We take a look at the first overall pick, though. Frank Perry, he's amazing, though. We gotta get our hands on him if we can. Maybe via a trade, though. 24 points per game in college, not too bad there, and his stats are amazing. So we tried trading Archie Wells, who's got an open spot there in the Pelicans for a starting job, and Eric Walton is an open spot there, too, in New Orleans. We trade him there. We get the first overall pick here in the draft. Let's go and see what we're gonna draft here. First overall, the 2049 NBA draft.
First pick in the NBA draft, Frank Perry from West Virginia University. We have a trade to announce. With the second pick in the NBA draft, the Sacramento Kings select Dante Thompson from the University of Pittsburgh. We have a trade to announce. With the third pick in the NBA draft, the Los Angeles Lakers select Spencer Evans from the University of California. We have a trade to announce. 20-year-old point guard from Greece. With the 5th pick in the NBA draft, the Orlando Magic select Jeffrey Cole from Boston College. We have a trade to announce. With the 6th pick in the NBA draft, the Charlotte Hornets select Homer Meekins from Temple University. With the 7th pick in the NBA draft, the Detroit Pistons select Edmund Sloan from Wake Forest University. With the 8th pick in the NBA draft, the Cleveland Cavaliers select the 21-year-old shooting guard from France. With the 9th pick in the NBA draft, the Memphis Grizzlies select Sidney Howe from Purdue University. We have a trade to announce. With the 10th pick in the NBA draft, the Indiana Pacers select Wilson Haywood from Wake Forest University.
To get your hands on one of the best prospects here in ages here is Frank Perry. This man is amazing though, 84 overall right off the bat. This guy's be great though in his NBA career if we can go and groom him right into one of the greatest players of all time. So Frank Perry, remember the name, remember the game. He's gonna be amazing here as a Stinger in his career. But the rest though, you have Thompson 77 overall. The rest is pretty much weak though. These draft classes are really bad getting into later years. Like 2049, not the greatest draft class there besides Frank Perry. Go and accept Wilkins' team option there, as the team options in, even options in general in the NBA, not that great as Grant declines his. And the rest though, like barely anybody declines at all in the later series, the later years. But getting into our own free agents though, nobody there, as Theus is a free agent here in the NBA, 89 overall there. And the rest though, we do have like Harden, Anthony, not too bad there. But Theus, also try and sign him there as our backup point guard, but Theus resigns with Boston. Beat a few players in that first round. As our next round of signings, we signed a whole bunch of bench players there for our team. As you take a look at player progression, 97 overall Wilkins, 96 overall Lawson, 93 overall Snow, and 90 overall Kyle Brady. Brady, he's almost like basically he's gonna be amazing though in his career. But Reed for the draft summon, he's not too bad, 81 overall for next year's draft class. But we have Russell Westbrook 2, I guess. If you look at the series though, it's gonna be Russell Westbrook the 3rd, because we had a Russell Westbrook Jr. here in this franchise mode. So his Grandpa Westbrook, or Grandpa Russell, must be proud of Russell Westbrook the 2nd here, as traded for a first round pick because we have really no roster spots left on our team. But if you take a look at Archie Wells though on the Pelicans, 8 overall, he's doing amazing though, I guess, considering his overall. Hopefully Archie Wells is a great season. Plus you have Eric Walton there at a starting job. And we got to hands with the best prospects here in ages, 84 overall Frank Perry. Just go and take a look at what this
A great disturbance in the force, as if millions of voices suddenly cried out in terror.
So quoting Obi-Wan himself there, it's not going to be like that. Our team, he's going to be basically one of the best players in franchise history. We going to change Brady's overall to number 12 because of Tom Brady. Plus, Super Bowl's on tomorrow there. I really want to see that great match between the Patriots and the Falcons there. It's going to be a great Super Bowl. But I guess, let's zip it off right here. Make sure to subscribe for more Stingers franchise football. And thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one.